there was some controversy late in the game, and we talked about this earlier in the week, and let's just summarize it very briefly. The idea that they weren't calling defensive fouls on defensive backs trying to impede pass catchers until that final drive of the game. It's like all of a sudden the flags were flying, and there was a sense that somebody wanted the Rams to score a touchdown. That's what happens when all of a sudden you see the flags. And in isolation, there wasn't any particularly egregious call that was made on that final drive, but it did create a collective sense, Chris, that somebody was trying to will the Rams into the end zone.
All right. Well, I can also say maybe they were trying to will the Bengals into the end zone with one of the most egregious offensive pass interference we might have saw all year. So, again, the game's not perfect. I understand that. It did bother me a little, too. I get that. We talked about that right after the game when Sunday night for, the show we taped for Monday morning, that was a little annoying. The fact that, yes, the game was, first off, no game is reffed like that all year, period. No game is reffed like that, where they're allowed to be that physical with wide receiver and DB. And then we get to the Super Bowl, and yes, they're letting them play the whole game, and we get to the end, and yeah, now the flag came out. But I will say, in both of those instances, to me, they were egregious pass interference, like egregious. If they weren't called, it would have overtaken everything on Monday morning. And again, I would love to go to the Cooper Kupp one right now, because that seems to be the Logan Wilson one over the middle seems to be the most controversial, but I don't know what order we're going to go in here. Sorry. I would love to show that one first, though, if we can. Is that possible?
Can we get to that one first? Is that possible? Here we are.
Here we go.
Good.
So this one
while it comes up
is different than a lot of other ones, first off. And what I want to explain, too, and if like Kristen or Courtney, we could rewind the first cut there. The first thing I'd like to point out, Mike, is this play is all made for Cooper Kupp. It's all made. They know the coverage they're getting, and they want him one-on-one with the middle linebacker in the middle of the field. So it's very easy for the ref to see. It's plain as day. Look, there's no receiver in the screen, really, in that area. The second thing is, okay, first off, contact is made significantly right here. He is body moving him out of the way while the ball's in the air. Second of all, for people to think, wait, a left hand on a guy's chest.
There's the hold.
And a hold.
It wasn't interference. It was a hold. It was a holding call.
Right. You could have called all of it. I mean, you could have called all of it. That's my point. So for people to go like, what? First off, it was pass interference. Second of all, it was definitely holding. I mean, we're talking about a guy who's 240 pounds and very strong, and he put his arm and his hand right on Cooper Kupp's chest as he was trying to cross by him. Of course, that slows him down. I mean, of course. And people are insane. I've seen a few players out there going, that's not pass interference, that's perfectly played. What? No, it's not. That's going to get called almost every time all season long, especially with that type of play where you're singled up in the middle of the field and nobody else is there.
The back end of the play, it was a closer call as to whether or not it was interference. They called defensive holding. It was that hand in the chest that impeded.
Definitely. And then a little bit of the
that's the holding.
Right, no doubt. And then a little bit of the wraparound,
but people focus on the end of it. They focus on the end of it. Once the ball's in the air, it can't be holding anymore. It's interference or nothing.
This is all like rewind
That's
this.
it.
You're right. Rewind this just a little bit right here. This first off, does everybody a little farther, guys? Does everybody on earth right here really think that Logan Wilson is that quick? That he's in this bad of a body position, and now he's going to be on glue to Cooper Kupp. Okay? That was pass interference. There's no way. There's nobody on earth that can really be in that position and actually stop Cooper Kupp from crossing him right there unless you hold the guy. Come on, everybody.
Yeah.
Like, stop looking for every
him.
Conspiracy in the world. Right.
Yeah. And look, you're right, but I think people see the end of it and they think, oh, I got the hand on it. It's a clean play. It was the hold at the front end before the ball was thrown. Right. That's what was called, and that's what gave the Rams a first and whatever
goal.
From the 4. First and goal.
Right.
First and goal would be the word that I'm looking for. All right, let's go to a non-call that was made on Jalen Ramsey at the end of the first quarter, breaking up a pass intended for T. Higgins. Higgins would eventually have his revenge, but for now, here's a play by Ramsey that meshes with your view that they were letting them play early in the game. Here's Ramsey. Let's take another look at it.
Yeah, he gets a little of the jersey. I mean, the shirt there for sure.
Oh, there's the pull.
Yeah.
We've seen that several times this year. Anytime the shirt is being pulled away from the body, that's impeding the player. Even if it's a pro athlete, you're being pulled by the guy who's covering you.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, again, yes, I'd like to see that call. There's definitely an advantage there to Jalen. He didn't have to do it. I don't know why he did it. He was in position and looks like he's going to be perfectly fine. You know, what's a little different is like a true post route. It's a little bit of a different position, like where, you know, Jalen Ramsey's behind him. He does a very good job of really pulling in an area that's going to be hard to be seen by the refs. But, you know, again, I think that's what we go back to. It's a little bit what's frustrating with the NFL. We see the Super Bowls reffed at a totally different way for the most part as compared to the rest of the regular season or even the playoffs for that matter. And this, to me, is something that if you and I were watching games 1 through 18 in those weeks, I mean, it's like 99 out of 100. This is called pass interference, but in this game, it's not.
Let's fast forward then to the play that began the third quarter. The 75-yard lightning strike. T. Higgins, as I mentioned earlier, getting his revenge on Jalen Ramsey with the egregious but missed face mask / offensive pass interference. I guess you could call it either one. But Burrow throws the ball, and Higgins has it as Ramsey goes flying, and Ramsey was livid, and we saw why afterward. There was a grab and pull of the face mask. Ron Torbert, the Super Bowl referee, said afterward that there wasn't grabbing and pulling, which tells me he needs to get his eyes checked today, because there clearly was.
Yeah.
It just happened fast. But
Right.
That doesn't mean it didn't happen. Just because it happened fast doesn't mean it didn't happen.
There's the grab, there's the pull. I mean, the guy's head turned around, so I would think that's enough of a pull. I mean, again, that's to me, this is the most undercalled thing in all of pro football, and I wish that the competition committee and really the NFL would reevaluate this. Offensive pass interference, it doesn't get called 9 times out of 10. I mean, that was not only the face mask, he pulls the back of his jersey with the other hand and to really throw him off the ground. So again, I know the Bengals fans are a little upset about the end of the game, but you know, first off, you got 7 points off offensive pass interference in a game where the Bengals only drove the ball. I mean, they had one drive the whole game. I mean, the Bengals did nothing on offense. They had one drive and then 2 big passes. That was all they did for the day. It was this play, a big pass to Jamar Chase, and the touchdown drive that made it 13-10. You take that away, there was no offense from the Bengals in this football game. That was it. It's 3 plays and 1 drive. And this, of course, was a huge one. And, yeah, that was double pass interference. I mean, that really is, and I wish the NFL would fix that.
I can't help but wonder when I watch that, and kudos to T. Higgins if he did it on purpose. If that's like a practiced thing, whereas the ball's coming in, he just finds a way to get a subtle little pull, do it real quick. They don't even notice it. Just a quick little thing. You do it so fast that the officials just don't see it. Hey, it worked.
Right.
No flags. Touchdown.
Right.
And the Bengals take the lead in the game. So it was a foul, but it happened it was so fast, but it still happened. That's maybe a situation where a sky judge could have said, sorry, that one's coming back.
Yeah, you're right. That would be one where you look at Sky Judge and go, wait, he gets a real quick look at the replay and goes, oh my gosh, that's egregious. We have to throw that. Agreed there. It did happen quick. Holy cow, just settling into your seat again. You're getting, all right, here we go. Start of a good third quarter, and that play happened right there and totally changed the momentum of the game, definitely. And then the interception right after, and you're going, oh man, the Bengals got him on the ropes here all of a sudden. And then, like you said yesterday, Aaron Donald and that defense stepped up big to make them kick the field goal.
Last one real quickly, the pass interference call by Eli Apple on Cooper Kupp. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line with 1:38 to play. There's Kupp, there's Apple. It would have been a tough catch to make. You would have really had to hit the.
Eli Apple was going on.
Is that egregious?
I think it is. I don't even think that last clip. I think the first clip showed he really holds him from the top of the stem of the route on. I mean, look at this is I think the better angle. You see right here, like he's holding him there, and then literally turns as he's holding him. He's letting Cooper Kupp turn him. He gets wheeled around by that. I thought that was. I thought that was egregious. I did. I mean, he tackled him.
He did have a shot at it.
Yeah.
He did have a shot at it, too.
Yeah.
Now that you see it from there, the ball whizzed by so quickly, I wasn't sure. But, yeah, he had a shot at it. But like you said, if you're not going to call
I know, that's the problem.
all game long, it looks fishy when all of a sudden they start calling it with the game on the line.
No
That's
doubt
the
about
problem.
it. No doubt about it. That is the problem. That is. But, again, the first one I think was really horrible because you're on an island in the middle there. That one, again, Eli Apple, people want to, get on him. He's in a tough spot. I mean, come on. At what point did everybody in the world think Eli Apple was Jalen Ramsey? I mean, again, some of the plays we're talking about with Eli Apple, he's on an island with Cooper Kupp. I mean, nobody's been able to do that all year long. Why does the whole world think Eli Apple was the guy that was going to shut him down? Like, why does he become a meme on social media because, he didn't play good in this game? That to me a little bit is where I want to go, well, I mean, again, we know the expectations in the players there. Cooper Kupp is, wait for it, greater than Eli Apple. I mean, shocker that he beat him man-to-man. They had the Bengals in some tough spots. Defensive coordinator had to make a choice. Do I want to let him run up the middle, or do I want to roll the dice and be one-on-one with Eli Apple? And that's what he did, and, that's the repercussions of that.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.